I'm here with Tim McGauley, and lately you've been the hot topic of Fredrikstad.
Right on.
Seems like you've really found a groove in the last matches. You scored a few goals, have a few assists. How do you feel you've evolved since you came first to Fredrikstad?
I think I've been kind of playing the same way, just keep playing hard, play simple. I mean, for me, actually, every single year I've been playing hockey since I can remember. I've always had kind of a slow start to the season and then kind of picked it up as it went on, but I've always had the mindset of just work hard, points and that kind of thing will come. So I've been kind of working hard, just trying to play the right way. And so far, the bounces have been coming in my way, I guess the last couple of games anyways, or especially the last game. So I mean, hopefully it keeps happening, but my focus isn't to be getting points or anything like that. It's to be playing hard, being hard to play against, and also create chances for my teammates. And so far it's been working out, and hopefully it continues.
Yeah, I think you've proven that you work hard, because even the games where you haven't scored so much, you've really shown the guts on the ice. You've been always at the puck. You've been making a hard time for the other team. You've always been where you're supposed to be, always catching the pucks and making stuff happen anyways. In the beginning of the season, you said to the live studio you had you were a little bit disappointed because you didn't feel like you showed what we could expect from you.
Yeah.
How do you feel like that now? You become more of the person we should expect from you, or?
Yeah, I think so. I'm definitely becoming more in that groove. I think I expect a lot of myself as a player for sure. I mean, I can have a good game in your eyes, but in my eyes, I wasn't playing good enough, that kind of thing. Because I know exactly what I can do on the ice, and then, but like you said, as long as I'm in the battles, I'm competing hard. I'm helping my team win games, helping my team get chances to score. And most of all is when I get a chance, I want to make sure I'm scoring on my chances, right? Especially in big games. I mean, we're playing some good teams coming up here, so those games that really are shows what your character is and what kind of player you really are. So against these big teams, I want to make sure I'm playing really hard against them. It's a big challenge, I like challenges, so we'll see how we do. But when we're on the ice, I want to make sure we're the dominant line. I want to make sure they're in their own zone and they're having a hard time playing us. That's kind of my goal. And like you said, so far this year, at the start of the year, I didn't really find my groove. I wasn't really up to pace with my play. I know for sure the fans probably weren't too pleased with me either. I wouldn't be as well at the start of the season, but no, as the season goes on, I usually always get better and better and better. And then by the end of the year, when we're in playoffs and that kind of thing, that's when I hit the peak of my abilities. So hopefully it's just one foot in front of the other. Hopefully we're just keep building on what we're doing, and I think our team is really starting to make strides.
So you think the fans can expect even more development from you?
Yeah, I think so. But in sense of development, it's not just putting points on the board. It's like you said, it's winning your battle. It's being hard to play against. It's the little things in a hockey game which sometimes you don't really notice, which really help. I know they say they can, like, for example, we have a guy on our team, Max, obviously. Maxime's Ponomarenko, I can't pronounce the last name that well, but Maxi. He doesn't get a ton of points, or he's not really a flashy player, but to me, he's one of our most underrated players, because he's blocking shots, he makes the big hits, he plays hard, and like that's something where if you're just looking at the score sheet, you see, okay, Maxi has no points tonight, but he didn't play like he had no points. He was doing the little things. I think for me, it's not all about points; it's about doing the little things right. If it's blocking a shot late in the game, if it's staying down low and covering for my defenseman so he can go in the rush, or it's a small thing like that, or winning battles. So I think what the fans can expect of me is just winning battles and competing very, very hard. I'm coming from a big family of I have 7 siblings. A big family, and I like to compete. We all got to compete for what we had there. So I'm a big believer in competing and that kind of thing. So the fans can just expect more compete from me and winning battles, and I think points will come as they usually have for me during these types of seasons. They come later in the year, but for the most part, I think I'm just going to be worrying about winning my battles and playing in the O zone. When I'm on the ice, I want to make sure we're in the O zone and we're not getting scored against. So actually, that's one thing too. At the start of the year, just recently, I was a minus player, and I don't like being a minus player at all. That kind of shows you that you aren't playing good defensively. So I want to be a plus player for sure in this league. I think we're starting to turn it around. Our team is, our line for sure. So hopefully we can continue that and be positive impacts on the game, not just scoring on power plays or that kind of thing, but all over the ice, every situation we're dominating.
How do you think we can compete against the top games of the league?
Yeah, I think you said we played Narvik, and no offense to Narvik at all. I think they work hard for sure. They're a good club, but they're not Vålerenga, like you said. They're a top-rated team. They're very good defensively, very smart. They're older, obviously, so they have a lot of experience. But and we're not going to get 11 goals every game. Like you said, that's a game where I can't remember the last time I was in a game where we had 11 goals. That's a lot of goals to have in a game. But I think it's just you got to keep playing the same way. Get to the net. Vålerenga, they're a big defensive team. They're hard to get to the front of the net, and they make you pay a price for scoring goals. So we just have to be willing to pay that price. If our defensemen's walking the line, trying to get the puck to the net, we gotta, as forwards, get to the net, set a screen, get the rebounds, that kind of thing. So if we want to keep scoring goals, we have to keep getting to the net, winning our races to the rebounds, and causing havoc for their goalie. We can't make it easy for them. And I know they're a big, strong team. It's going to be tough getting to the net, but that's the price you pay when you play hockey, right? We do this to get to the net and to win games. And it might be hard. It might get slashed, might get beat up and bruised, but at the end of the day, that's what we signed up for. So that's what you got to pay the piper when it comes to the end. At the end of it, so we're going to be try to be buzzing hard, obviously, and get to the net. But the biggest thing, exactly, I've been preaching it, but it's get to the net ultimately. I mean, you get point shots wherever you can. The goalie can see the puck, he's probably going to stop it. So we got to make sure we're causing havoc in front of the crease.
Another thing is that there's been a couple of rotations on the lineups. Lately, you've been put in with Levens and Andreas. Mm-hmm. How do you feel that fits you and your play style?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's I try to work hard for my line mates no matter what, right? So I think it doesn't matter who I'm really playing with. I mean, obviously having Andreas and Levens is unreal. They're both great players. They work hard. So I just want to get the puck to those guys. Like for me, my role never really changes. I want to be the first guy on forecheck, get the puck back on the forecheck, make plays, be a good playmaker, and get to the net. Set a screen, set a pick, do the little things right. And I think so far we've been clicking. I mean, but at the same time, when it was me, Brett Thompson, and Levens too, we also did pretty well as well. You got to for me, like my role never really changes. I got to be the guy that's working the hardest in my mind. I want to make sure, and I hold myself to that standard too, right? I want to make sure I'm working hard and I'm winning battles. If I'm not winning battles, I'm letting my line mates down, letting my team down, that kind of thing. So for me, it's the same. It's the same motto every game. It's just work hard. That's all I'm thinking in my head. I'm not thinking about make plays, get points. It's always been just work hard, compete, win your battles. And then if I'm doing that for my team, the skills will take care of itself, and the points will take care of itself. But ultimately, that's what's going to cause our line to have chances. And those guys work just as hard as I did too, which is nice. But if we're all working hard, we're all winning battles, it's going to be tough to stop.